Hi guys, so come work with me today. So today we are making food for 1000 plates. We are cooking 3 bags of party jollof rice. So first things first, wake up as early as 5 a.m. and go to the market. This was I think 6 a.m. in the morning, and I was already at the market looking for the very fresh tomato to buy. So I buy as soon as they land from the north. Like this tomatoes just arrived this early morning. So after much pricing and everything, I'm paying for the particular basket I went for, and I moved on to the pepper section. So in this market, me, I don't have customers. So long as your goose is fresh, I'm buying from you. Although most of them know me, and that is how I behave. So there's this guy, I love his fresh pepper, so I decided to go with his. And here's us talking about the price. And after much talking, I decided to pay for that particular pepper. So here, after buying, you don't have to carry your goods. They will keep it for you and differentiate it with a nylon. So I know my pepper here now. Let me proceed to the other part of the market. I came to buy chobo tatachi in this particular spot, and I think I didn't get a full video of it. So this is me now moving my items for blending, taking them to go and grind my tomato, my fresh pepper, my tatashi, my chobo. So we are moving them to the place where we will grind it because it's quite far from the main market. So here now we are. I make sure I'm very careful about this stage of cooking. I make sure they wash properly. I don't even mind giving them extra money to buy extra water to wash for me, and I do some that I can by myself. Like I'm very intentional about this stage. You get, remove all the dirt, make sure it's neat and everything. So this is my sister helping me out with the tatachi because we practically love doing some things ourselves. So this is it, waiting to be washed. They went to get water because I always pay for extra water. So the next thing, I went to the poultry. I went to my poultry to go pick the fowls I'll be using today. So I love using live chickens a lot. So the next stage, went to fill my gas. This will be the gas we'll be using for cooking today. After filling it, on getting back, they had killed the fowl, and they're already, slaughtering it and everything, dicing it, and they are really working in a very neat environment because it's important. I love neatness a lot. So here is it, oh, they are still killing, slaughtering and then slicing it. So the fowls are really looking very neat, oh, and I was very impressed by the work you get. So after that, I went on to start steaming my tin tomato, and it's time to fry. I asked them to please, help me and put the tin tomato inside the oil, and they were there to help. So this is me now cooking my chicken. This is 36 pieces of chicken here. So I'm already cooking it. So stirring properly, then cover to marinate. That is how I cook it. Cover it to marinate for some time before I come and start cooking properly. So then again, the chicken have started cooking, and I moved over to the stew. It's time to start frying and making the stew. They are still putting in the twin tomato because it's a whole lot to get. So this is the second time I'll come back to the chicken, add more water, add more spices, stir properly for it to go around, and we move. So this is it though. My stew is ready. Look at stew now. Stew is stewing. With the color of the oil, you would know that the stew is stewing. This is stew that went to Harvard. So my stew is ready here, and I just came to make sure that it wasn't burning under, and everything. So that is that for the stew. The next stage, this was I think 11 p.m. at night, and because I'm cooking 6 pots of rice, which is for 3 bags of rice, I'll make sure I divide the tomato into 6 equal parts. So here we are trying to divide the tomato into 6 equal parts, because I wouldn't want some of my rice to taste good and others not taste good. I wouldn't want some to look so fine and others look helpless. I make sure that I try as much as I can for everything to taste same. So this is me vibing to the tune and thanking my God for the strength he gave to me this night. This was our very first pot of jollof rice, and 3 pots of rice are on the fire right now. 1.5 bag on the fire because this pot takes half bag of rice ish. So that is it. We move on to the next stage. So by roughly 3 a.m., our first set of food was already cooked. So this was me trying to stir it to make sure everything was in order. I don't work in the 3 pots at a time. I make sure I work at a pot at a time. If you watch, she's going to cover the other pot now because she has just finished working with that pot. and I'm on the second pot now. And she came and said, "Ah, I want to have a taste." So I said, "What are you here for? Be the tester, be the testy, test as much as you can," because they said they were going to have a taste of every pot that comes out ready. And I said, "Oh yeah, carry rice, test, bring it, let me help you carry. Sure you want to taste, be my tester, please." So that was that. We moved from that stage. She tested it. So here, ignore him. Oh, this is his first time staying up all night to cook, and he was feeling himself that he could do it because this was 3 a.m. and he was still up and strong. Very first time to do something. He was feeling the vibe and all that. So this was me explaining to them, oh, how to get it ready and everything. So we move. So this was the second pot of rice, and I was like, "Oh yeah, dish out, dish out, dish out, no time." This was roughly 3:30 a.m. I said, dish out, let's proceed." So they dished out this pot of rice, and we moved on to the next stage of cooking. So I think I jumped something here, but this is the fifth pot. When it came out later in the morning after packaging, I was trying to show you guys how we packaged the food. So this was the fifth pot. Here is 3 a.m. set, the very first set, first, second, and third pot of rice that was ready by 3 a.m. when it was dished and waiting to cool off a bit before covering. So here's our last pot of rice. So this is the sixth pot. This was about 6:30 a.m. in the morning. Here your girl was exhausted, but what can I do? We have to move. This is like 24 hours now I have been standing without closing my eyes to sleep. Thank God Almighty for strength. So look at our rice now. Is this rice not rising? The rice is rising. If you have a taste of this rice, you are going to confirm it. Like everybody in my environment confirmed that I made food that very day. The rice tastes so good, looks so yummy. It's, in short, this rice is something else. It came out perfectly well. I can tell you that. So I think this was the packaging of the last set of food. Yeah, this was the last set of packaging, and I was still trying to show you guys. So this is from the fifth pot. Yeah, when they dished out the fifth pot, I was just trying to cover as much as I could so I could share with you guys and all that. Yeah, this was the fifth pot, I'm not mistaken. So someone will dish, another person will place the meat, and that's why some have meat and some don't have meat yet. So that is that. Moving on to the next pot, I'm still going to show you guys the sixth pot. So let's just wait for the sixth pot to come up. You'll see the difference in the color because the weather was getting brighter. Here now it's morning, so you can see the day is getting brighter here. This is the sixth pot of rice. Came out ready, so packaged and waiting to be covered. So look at them here. We've covered some, we've not covered some, and I was just going around to show you guys how we displayed them to cool off for some time before packing properly. So this is it. Oh, packaging, 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 and I transported with bags of rice, empty bags of rice. So this is the set that was already packaged, ready for transportation. So I'm going to keep showing you guys how we packaged and got everything ready. So that is it. This is another set packaged and ready for transportation. So I used about 12 bags of rice, and yes, it wasn't okay. So roughly just used 13 bags for packaging of 1,000 plates. So we kept moving, packaging, packaging. I'm just trying to give you guys the full details. So these ones are ready to be transported. Look at rice. Can you see rice? Can you see rice? The rice is rising. So here we had all freshened up and we are ready to move. This was about 11:30, 12 p.m. That same day, and we are ready to transport the food. So this is me. Oh, this is me. Oh, thank you very much for cooking with me today, and thank you guys for watching. So that is how we packaged 1,000 plates of food, for people. Thank